Hello and welcome to today's episode of our Leadership Dialogue, the show where we go beyond headlines to explore the decisions, challenges, and visions shaping today's leaders. From leadership to politics to business, governance to social impact, we bring you in-depth conversations with the people driving change in Nigeria and beyond. My name is Omotola Adeleke. I also have my co-host here with me, Esther Ondoma. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, so we will not be doing this alone. I have here a chieftain of the African Democratic Congress. You're welcome, Mr. Fabi Oladimeji. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for bringing me.
All right, so today our focus will be on electoral reforms, and the question here is, what must change before 2027? As Nigeria gears up for the 2027 general elections, questions about the credibility and integrity of our electoral system are more urgent than ever. While several amendments have been proposed to the Electoral Act, experts warn that passing laws alone is not enough. Strict enforcement, clear guidelines for party primaries, and accountability for political actors remain critical. Issues such as vote buying, political defections, thuggery, and weak institutional capacity continue to undermine democratic processes. Today, we explore what must change in Nigeria's electoral laws to restore public confidence, strengthen INEC's authority, ensure free, fair elections, and prevent avoidable pre-election disputes that have historically plagued our political system. Once again, Mr. Fabio, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Now, do you think there's a need for urgency of the enactment of this electoral reforms as proposed to be amended? Should there be an urgency attached to it? Should it be rushed? Let me put it that way.
Well, thank you very much. Let me start by saying that we don't even need anybody to tell us the need to put an electoral law that will guarantee a democratic experience and excellence in place. We don't need anyone to tell us this thing should have even been done 10 years ago. But it's not too late now if we can do it now. What excuse is National Assembly going to give Nigerian people if they don't do it now because they couldn't do it in the last 2 years? This assembly, what are they going to tell Nigeria? Because it will become a travesty that despite all the, as claimed by INEC, the issue of glitches, technical glitches and all that, and now this assembly cannot enact an electoral law that will put our electoral system in such a position that people will have confidence, have trust in our electoral system.
So are you saying that
being rushed?
Okay,
is a matter of necessity, urgency that they have to do it.
It has to be done.
Why do we have to wait?
An electoral act was passed in 2023 by the former president, late Muhammadu Buhari, before the 2023 general elections. So what's going to be the difference with the amendment? What exactly are we amending?
Okay, thank you very much. There is no document that's ever perfect, especially when it comes to constitution or laws that governs the society. Because the society will continue to evolve. A lot of dynamics, new dynamics will continue to emerge. And you have to meet those exigencies. That's why there's need for constant, even as a human being, it gets to a point that you review, you look at your life and say, what am I getting right? Where do I need to improve? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do new? So it's like that in the life of a society, in the life of a country. So we must always, because, okay, look at, let me give you an instance. In 2011, I want to talk about the challenges the country has faced.
Okay.
There was a time in this country we were facing the challenges of Niger Delta militant blowing up pipelines and all that.
Okay.
Then the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar came up and said, no, we can actually address this. Let's do something like amnesty. And President Yaradua adopted that. Until his death, may so rest, President Jonathan continued in that. And he stemmed that. Now, that is not the challenge we are having now. We're now having Boko Haram, we're having kidnapping, we have banditry and all that. So we have to move into that and come up with, if there are going to be laws or anything that will make us stem those.
So do you think Nigeria's
can have peace?
Do you think Nigeria's electoral laws need a complete overhaul or just some particular amendments?
No. Our electoral law is good, but let me call attention to this. No matter how beautiful a law is, or a set of law is, it's not going to implement itself. There are human beings.
So you're saying we have laws, but they are not
We
implemented.
have laws that are okay in this country, but the current electoral law needs some tweaking, needs some injection and review. And I can tell you one or two areas where we urgently need to look at. It's nothing new to you. Just mentioned some of them in your prologue. So I believe we need to do some re-engineering of our electoral law.
Okay.
On all of it or some particular?
That's why I said few. There are those ones that are good. There are those ones that we need to review. Okay, let me give you an instance. For instance, a lot of people have been talking about that, and I agree with it, that we need to have law that says result must be electronically transmitted from polling unit to ward and to collation center, because that's where the challenge has been. So real time we need that, because all these things happens all over the country, all over the world. We see Americans. I've never seen where the chair of the American electoral body announces somebody who won. You would have seen it even before the conclusion of the election. So why can't we have that? And there are technologies to do that. It's just because we have leadership that are not honest with the country, with the people. We have leadership that just feel it's about them, it's not about them.
So with concerns about this electronic voting and machines, how do we strike the balance between security and accessibility of these electronic machines you've talked about?
Security and accessibility. I'm trying to wrap my head around that, but let me tell you my own understanding of this is that whatever parameters you put in place, there are security around them that can actually make it work for us as we want. Then like I said, the question of the people who are going to manage these things are equally there. They are even the security to themselves. Then another area that I have actually would like to see some tweaking is the election campaign funding.
Okay.
You will notice that the law is just there, but it's not being enforced. We need proper enforcement of that. Look at what the law says, that 1 billion for presidency, 500 million for somebody who's going for governorship. Can you tell me that the presidential election we have since that law, they spend the aspirants or the candidates spend 1 billion? No.
There are lots of controversies surrounding the delay in the Electoral Act as proposed to be amended. Do you think this delay is intentional, especially by the Senate, who are also beneficiaries of elections in the country?
Honestly speaking, is the Senate that can tell us, because they tend to waste time on flimsy issues rather than concrete issues.
You think the Electoral Act amendment is flimsy?
No, you don't get what I'm saying. That instead of them to have done this since they came in, they were wasting time on flimsy issues. We have to change our national anthem. We have to change the color of our flags. Are they kidding me? Is that what we need? All those times they wasted on those ones. Why have they not used it on this electoral? See, the moment we get our recruitment process run from beginning, we continue to go through this trajectory. And that's why we are here now, because our leadership wastes so much time, just like they waste resources on irrelevant stuff. That's why they waste time on doing things that are concrete for this country. And I want to ask them, if they are listening, I want to ask Mr. President, I want to ask the leadership of the National Assembly, I want to ask the judiciary, what has Nigerians done to this government by subjecting us to this harrowing experience? Because these are things that they should have easily done if truly they want to help the people.
Okay.
And I'm asking them, they should tell us, what have we done to these people? The National Assembly members, apart from few of them, who still have conscience, majority of them do not have conscience. They don't care about you or me. They only care about themselves. That's why they are finding it difficult to do what they're supposed to do under 1 week. They turn it to 1 year.
Talking about conscience and all, I was about to ask a question. Now, the people in the Senate, the lawmakers, politicians, and stakeholders alike are the beneficiaries of elections, especially when it comes to 2027 as well. They are also going to be beneficiaries of elections. So how do we trust these people, even if the Electoral Act is being enacted? How do we even trust the implementation of what comes on board? The last time, 2023, we had issues with glitches and all that, despite the fact that it was passed. So how do we build confidence, to say, okay, yes, we believe these people can implement what's on board?
Thank you for taking it out of my mouth, because I'm still going there.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons why they find it difficult to do, this thing is it's not as difficult as they are thinking. We have a National Assembly. We have a nation that has the majority of the ruling government.
Okay.
APC controls both houses as we speak. Why should it be difficult for you to make laws that will help us grow democratically, economically, socially, politically? Why should it be? That is the question you should be asking them. Why? Today, the APC controls the Senate. Today, the APC controls the House of Reps. So it's not a question of you have opposition that are saying, no, we are dragging you down. Those guys in opposition don't have any say. And what baffles me more again is that the people are not ready to take their country back. Do you know why I say this?
Why?
Because Nigeria is a population of over 200 million.
Okay.
Over 200 million. And those who see in government, they add the numbers together from federal government to state government to local government. They are so infinitesimal to the numbers of the population of this country. So what I'm saying is that why do we find it difficult to take what belongs to us away from these numbers that are so small, that are so infinitesimal? And guess what? These guys, you see, they are so cowardly. And that's why I see them, they won't want you to protest, they don't want you to do anything, they want to suppress everybody. Because they know what they are doing. I feel so pained that today we have leadership in this country who believes that if it doesn't go their way, see how the ruling government would wink everybody to fall. Push everybody to fall in line with.
How would you advise?
Quickly.
It's a sad commentary.
Now you are of the African Democratic Congress. Yes. I'm right. Okay, so let's assume the Electoral Act becomes amended and is effectively, implemented. Are you confident that the ADC can win the APC? Assuming it's enacted and it's effectively implemented, how confident are you that your political party can defeat the incumbent?
The moment we have free and fair election, APC is a goner. I can tell you for a fact. The moment INEC, the moment the security agencies, the moment all the agencies that have one or two to do with our elections are able to play it right, then guarantee Nigerians free, fair election, APC will pack his load. In fact, President Tinubu will kiss the canvas before 12 o'clock. I tell you, it will be like boxing. When you beat your opponent and he kills the canvas. He didn't die. So that is what we need. If we are able to if the only thing President Tinubu can do is to guarantee Nigeria free, if he feels he's so popular, if he feels he has the people, if he feels he has done so well that people will troop in and support him, let him give Nigerians free, fair election.
So you're saying with all
Let him guarantee Nigerians that they'll be free. Let him command INEC. I don't want anything. Just give, even if I lose, give Nigeria free, fair election.
Even with all the influential politicians and defections to the camp, you still think that they have no...
Those ones have no... They are inconsequential. Do you know why? Because we've seen it. Even the governors that they are doing their control structure, they don't control anything because it's about the people now. People are wising up. We saw what happened in the last election. I don't need to tell you that even Mr. President lost in his home state. He lost his ward. And the governor of Lagos State is like his son. He won 12 states. Atiku won 12 states. Peter Obi won 12 states. And most of the states Atiku won are APC control states that they have governor. That is to tell you what is to be expected. At that time, Tinubu was just coming in, but now that he has performed so abysmally, we'll see what's going to happen. That's why I said, if Mr. President feels so confident that he has done so well, what he has done is enough to campaign to the people and make people believe that make people feel he deserves a second term. Let us have free and fair election.
A former Minister of Communications, Lai Mohammed, under President Buhari, under Lai Mohammed made mention of something. He said, and I quote, if Peter Obi had aligned with Atiku in the PDP in 2023 general elections, they would have won that election. Do you agree to that?
That's true.
Why do you think?
You could see the results of the election now. You could see. Tinubu led with about just slightly 1 point something million to win this election, not when compared to what Atiku said. So bring Peter Obi's votes and Atiku votes together, that's almost 14 million. And this is a lesson for our political class. It shouldn't be about you. It should be about the people you really want to serve.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. And this goes to all of them, including Atiku, Peter Obi, everybody. It should be about the people you want to serve.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Just about. But it was that thing they did that put us in this
position.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get into your party
and
again.
That's why in the ADC we are
Okay.
telling them that, guys, this is not about you guys, though. And truly it's not about Atiku, it's not about Peter Obi, it's about us, it's about the people of this country. These guys have lived their life. And we try to mess things up. Nigerians will mess things up for them too, because it is gotten a place that we cannot take this anymore, having people who came to government they are not prepared for governance, they are not prepared for leadership, they don't even have blueprints. As Barry government was, they have programs, plan of action, at least they came up with ERGP, Economic Recovery Growth Plan, but their problem was they couldn't implement. These ones don't even have anything.
Okay.
And that's why it's the somersault, the failure from day one till this moment. They've not been able to, because they were not prepared for leadership.
Okay,
They were
quickly.
not prepared for government.
Quickly, Esther asked a question about defections and all that. I want you to clarify. Are you saying the governors, the political bigwigs that are defecting to the APC has no influence in the upcoming election?
Okay, let me put this straight, yeah? Ask these governors what they are doing in their own various states.
Okay.
Today, no class of governor since this republic have received the amount of funds from the federal government like this current. Ask them what they're doing with the money. These guys have lost popularity and confidence of the people in their various states. As a matter of fact, this is another platform I'm going to say. The worst class of governors we have in the history of this country are this class of governors. They are the worst class of governors in the history of Nigeria. Tinubu gives you more money so that you can help your people. What have they done with it? So now, that will now lead me to your question. All these governors have lost the trust and confidence of their people. So let them come out. I know a governor that told me that they don't want me, well, let me go to state and say, hey, APC. They will stone me. A governor said that. We were together on a flight, and he's an APC governor. And he told me, we were together on an international flight. He said, it would be difficult for me to go to my state and say, APC, they will stone me. APC control state. What are we talking about? The signs are everywhere. It is for us Nigerians to come together. We can take this country back from these people.
You know, let me ask you this quickly, just for clarification, case, of course. Now, tell me, we have Atiku, we have Peter Obi in the ADC. These two people want the presidential ticket in the African Democratic Congress. I just want to know, are you of the obedient movement in the ADC, or are you of Atiku?
Okay, let me put
because I want to bring a question from that, and that's what I'm asking.
I will tell you.
Okay.
Me, Vladimir Fabi.
Yes.
I am an Atikuist to the core.
Okay.
To the core. When I say I'm an articulate to the core. As a matter of fact, the man seated before you is the leader of all the articulates in this country. Over 10 years. But that does not mean I don't have a relationship with Peter Obi. Because this same Peter Obi was brought back to national political limelight by Atiku Abubakar in 2019. Yes, he was a former governor. And a lot of people have even almost forgotten that he was a governor. But against all odds, Atiku brought him back to come and be his vice president. See, if there was IOU in politics, I don't think Peter Obi should be dragging this ticket of ADC with Atiku. But there's no IOU in politics. So and I don't blame him because it's a constitutional and democratic right to vie for position. You can't stop his ambition.
Yes.
But what I expect to happen is that everybody should go to because election is about processes. Democracy guarantees freedom of choice, freedom to contest, and all that. So you have the right. So follow the process, go to the primaries, go through with the regulation laid down by the party. That's why I don't support all these noises they are being, and they are criticizing, making noise. You see the obedient attacking Atiku on daily basis. When they are supposed to be dissipating that energy on Tinubu that is failing. You see, on this your program, was the first place I mentioned it last year, and I said, the articulate has no reason abusing, insulting Peter Obi. The obedient has no reason
insulting
Atiku or Amechi or anybody who is interested in running. Is wrong. Number one, because we have a common goal. Number one is because all of us are in the opposition now. So we have to run away from all of that. Spend this energy, display this energy and your anger on the man that is on the driver's seat that is failing the country, which is
if Peter Obi wins the ticket, are you going to support him?
I'm a party man. I will support Peter Obi 100%.
Regardless of being an articulate youth.
It does. Even Atiku will support Peter Obi. Okay. So Peter Obi should learn, and Obedient should learn that if Atiku wins, they will support Atiku Abubakar. But see, Atiku has come a long way. He's been in the system more than Peter Obi. They are not on the same level when it comes to that.
Talking about the long way, sir. Talking about the long way. Sorry for cutting you short. Talking about the long way. This should be, correct me if I'm wrong, this should be like the 6th time Atiku is trying for the presidency already. And,
is there any problem with that?
Okay, and there are controversies.
Is there any problem with that?
No. There's no problem. Now, there are controversies surrounding age disparity. Atiku is in his late 70s, and Peter Obi, I guess he's in his early 60s. Now the Obedient are saying, Atiku, you are a father figure. Why not just anoint Peter Obi and support him? So, don't you think that made sense, or you think this is just political?
That call is undemocratic. He's wrong. He's undemocratic, and again, he's malicious.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, because there's no basis for that. See, you are an 80-year-old man, and I'm a 60-year-old man, and you are inviting me to come to the ring, and I'm afraid. I don't know if you get my analogy. You said that Atiku is in late 70s. You are in your early 60s. And the man said, let's go to the ring to go and box. And I'm afraid to face an old man. Why am I afraid if I'm so sure of myself? Those making those calls, number one, lacks political depth. They don't know how this thing runs. In a democracy, you go to the field, you test your popularity, you win. Good luck to you. And let me answer further. The issue of age. I've mentioned it several here. All of us in elementary economics, we did, I think it's element of government. We did hierarchy of leadership. In the hierarchy of leadership, where did you see age? That's number one.
Age is not a part of it, obviously.
That's number one. Then number two, look around you globally today. Those that are shaking the world and reshaping the world, how many of them are young men? Number three, when you look around the countries that have come or that have performed about so well, the reason they do that is because they are statesmen. Don't abandon them when they're in crisis like Nigeria is now. And that is why we need an Atiku. With his experience in governance, don't forget that this same Atiku was the former vice president in this country at that national level. True. And Atiku brought individuals that made that government thick. The Okonjo Iwealas of this world. He had the Charles Soludo of this world. The Hamadu Malam El-Rufai of this world. The Ribadu of this world. And so many of them like that. A solid talent hunt.
All right.
So he brought all of these people to bear. And that is why, look at the economy of Nigeria at that time. The biggest GDP we have today, no government has been able to match it. So we need someone like that. He's a statesman. When France had issues, they went back to Charles de Gaulle. When United Kingdom was in turmoil, they went back to Winston Churchill. When Malaysia had problems, they went back to the 92-year-old man, Ling Kuan Yew, that old man. They brought him back to come and reset the order. So why would you now this? Nigeria should forget. Should shy away. Don't bring this generational sabotage to Atiku. He doesn't deserve that.
All right. Thank you very much.
I won't allow that.
Mr. Fabi, we need to go on a short break right now, and of course, when we return, we'll come back to the conversation. We'll still get to talk about Atiku, of course, but just a short time, and we'll be back. Stay with us.
This is the perfect space to create professional quality videos, recording news, podcasts, and all media content. With top-of-the-line cameras, studio lighting, soundproof spaces. We provide everything you need for a seamless shoot. Our fully equipped studio ensures high-quality production every time. Enjoy a comfortable, air-conditioned environment with professional-grade gear and expert support. Contact us now or visit our Abuja location to reserve your spot.
Camera rolling. Light set. Sound check. And action.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's program.
A
program where we get to talk about the daily lawyers dissect legal issues with intent to educate.
This is the perfect space to create professional quality videos, recording news, podcasts, and all media content. With top-of-the-line cameras, studio lighting, soundproof spaces, we provide everything you need for a seamless shoot. Our fully equipped studio ensures high-quality production every time. Enjoy a comfortable, air-conditioned environment with professional-grade gear and expert support. Contact us now or visit our Abuja location to reserve your spot.
We get to talk about the daily lawyers dissect legal issues with intent to educate.
This is the perfect space to create professional quality videos, recording news, podcasts, and all media content. With top-of-the-line cameras, studio lighting, soundproof spaces, we provide everything you need for a seamless shoot. Our fully equipped studio ensures high-quality production every time. Enjoy a comfortable, air-conditioned environment with professional-grade gear and expert support. Contact us now or visit our Abuja location to reserve your spot.
You're welcome back, and don't forget, it's still Leadership Dialogue. And of course, we're still here with Mr. Fabiyi Oladimeji, a chieftain of the African Democratic Congress. Esther is still right here with us. Esther, all right, and then over to you.
Oh, okay, so before we went on a short break, we were speaking about Atiku. So I would like to ask, while Atiku was a vice president at the time, you mentioned reputable names that he brought in. Aside all of that, what were his achievements? What were his contributions aside being a vice president? But it plays out more like the vice presidents are always just partners. They don't really bring much. They just hide under the shadow. All the insults are going to the president. They don't even know what is, what are those contributions?
Okay, thank you very much. First, let me start by saying that our constitution, gives just a little bit of responsibility to the vice president. Everything stops on the president's table. But our constitution again provided for the vice president at any point in time to be the chairman of National Economic Council, of course, which Atiku did wonderfully well. And I'll go back to what I said. It was because of that responsibility, he was able to identify these eggheads and brought them, and they performed brilliantly for that government. To today, we have not seen any government that has matched their economic performance.
That's the duo of Olusegun Obasanjo and
Atiku Abubakar. Look at our GDP at that time. We have no government has been able to match it till today. And some of the landmark institutions that were created that pushed up our economy were created under Atiku Abubakar because of his vision as the chairman of National Economic Council, DMO, EFCC, even the GSM we're talking about. The GSM now that today some APC agents are using to abuse Atiku Abubakar. It was the one that superintended over it. And any other assignment that may be given to him at the pleasure of the president. I've not seen President Obasanjo come out one day and said all the things I asked him to do, he didn't do well till today. But anybody who has it come out. Talking about the fact that they have their personal issues.
Okay, I was actually about getting to that because if
personal
they actually
and political issues, but not on performance in government.
Because I wanted to ask if he actually performed super well, just like you've mentioned. If Atiku had performed super well, then why will someone like President or former President Olusegun Obasanjo support someone like Peter Obi and not someone who was vice to him back in the day?
They've always had their problem. And the President Obasanjo is someone who finds it difficult to forgive people. And I've challenged him a couple of times. There was a time I wrote him a letter.
Okay.
And I wrote about 7 pages. So when he replied me with 11 pages, addressing every point I raised. And when it got to Atiku Abubakar, and I asked him, I said, Mr. President, why do you find it difficult
to let go?
You said, what we have out there is that your vice wronged you. And the man said, I didn't wrong you. So I think at your level that should have gone. And he told me, he said, yeah, we have our political differences.
Okay.
Not because Atiku did not perform, not because he didn't help my government perform. I still have the letter.
So you're not aware of whatever happened between Olusegun Obasanjo and
it happens. It's politics. Everything that happens is politics, and in politics can happen. So why do you have so many state governors now removing their deputy? Why do you have so many? And look at that now. If Atiku had not gone to court to challenge the excesses of the president at that time, who wanted to remove him illegally, today, governor will just wake up one day and throw the deputy governor into the dustbin of history. But Atiku went to court and challenged, and the court said, no, you can't remove your deputy except through the court. Even EFCC cannot remove any governor now except it goes to court, a deputy governor. So these are the achievements of Atiku Abubakar, landmark judgment, landmark cases that enriched our jurisprudence and case laws. 21, he went to court 21 times and won. And that was an era where you don't have judges that are so, don't let me say it. We don't have the kind of that judiciary now. You don't need to go to court today. You want your case to be even placed, to be heard. You have to see someone. It wasn't like that time. I think we didn't see any judge.
Okay.
And they won all the cases. So what are we talking about?
Mr. Fabi, there are allegations that Atiku Abubakar is the one.
So today is about Atiku, right?
No. We'll come back to electoral reforms too. But there are allegations, of course, that Atiku is funding is the one funding the African Democratic Congress. There are allegations, and that perhaps people. I'm just saying, because there are reports coming out saying Atiku is the one funding, is the one financing the African Democratic Congress and all that.
Okay.
You get so, and there are worries around that people, other members of the ADC, might be disenfranchised when it comes to the primaries.
No, that was a very wrong allegation. It's not true. We started ADC altogether while I was in PDP. I resigned from PDP in November last year when we saw that the party had become a wreckage site. It doesn't inspire anymore. Anybody who truly wants to serve this country, you can't achieve your dream under the PDP, so we had to leave. Now, having said that, see, there are things that many people don't know about the formation of ADC. ADC, by its formation and by the understanding of those who put it together, is not a party of one man, like the APC. And anybody who tells you that Atiku is the only one funding ADC is my boss. Is somebody I love, I support because I share his vision. I believe in what he represents for this country. He's not telling you the truth. Peter Obi contributed. Malam El-Rufai contributed. All the principal actors you see, Tambuwa, all of them, Aregbe Shola, David Mark, they pull resources together to run ADC. So Atiku is not the only one who is funding ADC. So anybody who is believing that because of that, the primary is going to be no, it's not like that. If you listen to Senator David Mark, you can't take away the integrity of Senator David Mark. It's not like all these everyday politicians. Somebody who could manage the entire Senate for 8 years and no scandal, nothing. You should give it to him. A former military governor, you should give it to him. He's a man that has made it abundantly clear even before he took up the job.
Okay.
What we are going to do is free, fair primaries. Nobody is going to be favored. He has no favorite. This said, let's just go. Let the people we are telling we want to live. Let's ADC do something different, and everybody has signed into that.
All right, let's take a step.
You ask your question.
Okay.
And that's why you see someone like Atiku making consultation, because he's not just like this for him. That's why you see Peter Obi going around making consultation. That's why you see Amechi going around making consultation, because they know that it's not going to be a dash. So I'm using it to tell those who call them, whether they are true obedient or they are the obedient, that is not it's not going to be the way they are thinking. If they truly love Peter Obi, they should now go into the party and make sure their delegates will vote for him at the primaries.
You seem to have a problem with obedience. Am I right?
Have I ever insulted them?
No, you just called somebody obedient.
Yes, there are some obedient. Those obedient are those ones that I believe are being sponsored by APC.
Okay, not the obedient.
Because I know some of the real obedient that are sensible, that are reasonable, and that are telling Peter Obi, don't let us make this mistake.
All right,
I know them in numbers.
Let's take a step backwards and go back to the electoral reforms. I believe Esther has some questions.
Moving away from the Atiku Obi, let's come back to
Let's
the
take a step
actual.
back.
So What ways or what do you think the independent bodies like the INEC can do to ensure fairness in all of this?
So really, before we come to INEC, this electoral law has to be amended. There are so many things that we have to do there. Okay, let me put it this way. So you see, our electoral law largely dealt with general election. It does not deal with primary election of the party. And that's where everything starts from. So I want National Assembly to take a look at this and give the power to INEC to regulate the party's primaries. Because that is the first place where the recruitment process starts from. The moment a party brings in vagabonds, bring in one boy on the street does not even understand the dynamics of leadership into power, this is what you see. People are not ready. So it is that process. So I want National Assembly to look at that. And it's not to come and interfere in party affairs, but to regulate it. Let me give you an instance. There are times we have seen primaries, party primaries, where when you get to the field, it is not the delegate list that you know yesterday that was brought to come and do primaries to favor somebody. So INEC must be able to do something. This law must empower INEC to do that. Let me give you what they can do if they don't know. Ask party, for instance, to submit the list of their delegates 180 days before their primaries. Okay. So it will block the room for manipulating or changing the list before the primaries. Because if they change it, people will go to INEC and see the ones there. So when you put all of these measures in place, all this gatekeeping in place, then you see, you know that. The other thing is that there are INEC has no capacity for audit. You can't audit anything. So when people are saying INEC should have a court for, no, it should be independent prosecutor for electoral offenses. It shouldn't be anything under INEC. So the another one is dispute resolution. They're doing it. Okay, Beavers, the tech gap we have. As of today, Beavers has no force of law. Even his use is not well defined in the law. So you have to do that. These are the things the National Assembly should easily look at themselves and do. Again, why can't you have all the elections in one day? The technology is everywhere. All over the world, technology is making this thing easy. How is America doing? The British, Germany, all of that, are they doing it? Under one day, and you see the results.
You know, another one is stiffer penalties. I want you to talk about that.
I'm coming there because the negligence of INEC, or even the negligence in the system, the technology, who punish you? Nobody punish anybody.
Because they seem to get away with some of this electoral fraud.
INEC get away with it. So if you transmit results, for instance, you transmit results from polling unit to ward and to where it's supposed to go, and a return officer is pressurized to do something else, you cancel that place instantly. You cancel the result of that place. It's out. So these are the things. So I pity the new INEC chairman, and I hope that God will give him the grace. And it can't be anywhere. It will be one place on the election day. It can't be everywhere. So the people around him that are working with him, they should think about Nigeria. They should think about the future of their own children. And let us get leaders that can actually push us forward. Not these ones that are drawing us back.
All right. 10 years, 20 years. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Fabi Oladimeji. Of course, your contributions were impactful. I would have to commend you. Thank you. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's edition of Leadership Dialogue. So many thanks once again to our guest, Mr. Oladimeji, ADC Chieftain, and also a leader of the Articulated, of course, from what he had said so far. Esther, thank you very much for what we've done today.
Thank you.
So we also appreciate your time out there. To you, the listener, the viewer out there, make sure to follow, like, and share. Don't also forget to subscribe on our platform at LJE News on all social media platforms to stay in the loop and join the conversation ahead of our next show. Bye for now. All right, thank you so much.